Initially I wasn't too sure how it was going to work, but after finding out how the procedure was, I decided that it sounded like a really good idea.
My initial thoughts on 3rings were a little sceptical. I thought it sounded like a great idea, but I couldn't see how it would work.
That it was a great idea, and I was really intrigued as to find out how it worked in app form and how it would benefit me really.
I thought it was a great idea. It could give me peace of mind about my parents without me having to hassle them every day with a phone call and making them feel inferior.
2.25 hours by car away from mum and dad.
I don't live far from my mum, I only live a couple of miles away, but I do travel a lot, so quite often I'm away in London or in fact outside of the UK.
Only 2 miles.
I live about 45 minutes away and I work full time as well, so it's difficult to get over to see my mum all the time.
Closest loved one is about 4 miles away. Other than that, an hour and a half.
3rings has definitely bridged the distance between me and my loved ones, because I have 3 children, I'm pretty busy and I always want to keep in touch, but I don't always have a lot of time.
Definitely, every morning I know that she's all right just by a text, and if she's not all right I get a signal to let me know that she's not.
It has bridged the distance because I enjoy getting the confirmation of the phone call every morning. So each morning between about 9 and 10 I get a bit of contact with them.
There isn't much of a distance, but it still helps me to contact them when I've got a busy life and I don't get to contact them as regularly as I perhaps ought to do.
I believe 3rings has bridged the gap, even to the loved one who lives quite close.
I do definitely think that 3rings has bridged the gap between me and my loved ones. I do set out to ring them every other day to see if they're okay, but with my busy life things get in the way. But 3rings has actually made me ring them more because I get the alert from them every morning that they're okay, and then that prompts me then to give them a call and just to touch base with them really.
Worry about her every day.
I worry a lot about my loved ones. My parents are ageing, late 70s, and every year seems to get a little bit more worrying.
I always worry about the loved ones.
Yes, I think now that parents are older, you do start to tend to worry a little bit more, especially when you're 2.25 hours away and you can't see them frequently.
If they're okay, they both live together, they're independent, but they're getting elderly and you wonder if they are okay actually. Very relieved.
When I get the message from 3rings each day about each one of the loved ones, it gives me a sense of security and peace of mind that they're up and about.
I feel nice and comfortable when the email comes through, thinking, oh great, they're fine today.
It's quite a comfort really. I didn't think it would be, but it is nice to see that message that I know that they're absolutely fine.
Well, every morning I don't even need to look at my phone and I know it's there, and I know that as soon as I check her that she's okay, and it just gives me a bit of relief that I know she's all right.
I found it very easy to use, really easy to navigate around the site and to change all my settings. So now I just get a notification on the app, and if I get an alert, I get a phone call from them.
3rings has been easy to use right from the outset, setting it up. I don't like setting things up, but it was very, very straightforward, easy, and no issues at all.
It's very easy. I couldn't believe I'm not very good at things like that, but I actually found it very easy.
There were a few teething problems initially, but now the system's up and in progress, that's fine. It's very easy to use.
Yes, I definitely recommend it.
I have done. I've recommended and talked about it to other people, especially because I work in a healthcare situation.
I would definitely recommend 3rings. It's fantastic. She feels better, I feel better, and the whole family finds it very easy to use. So yes, definitely.
Loved ones are happy to use the service and feel that they're not a burden.
I think they know they've got peace of mind.
I think my mum thinks 3rings is amazing. I think she thinks it's easy, and at 82 she feels much more confident now, and knowing that she was amazed at one day when I rang her within 30 seconds to find out that she was okay, so she loves it.
I was worried that they'd feel a little bit offended maybe, but having now talked to them, I think, especially my nana, she really enjoys using it and looks forward to using it actually every day.
Well, I was pleased to hear about it because with the 3rings, I love waiting for him to call me on a morning, and you know, you have a feeling that somebody's there for you, especially when you're living on your own, you know. But I do really feel better about him phoning me on the morning.
Initial thoughts, I thought it was a very good idea, especially at my age.
It was a good idea. I didn't think I was old enough. It's great because for a long time I felt as if I was all on my own, and but now with the 3rings, it just makes you feel there's somebody there out for you, waiting for you, you know.
Okay, I feel, you know, that in a way I'm looked after.
Fine. He's very pleasant young man that speaks on the phone. I actually wait for him to ring me. The 3rings is lovely to hear on a morning.
As I say, because it's good for me and other old people.
To use the service, I think it's good. It keeps you in touch with the family. The family don't have to worry about getting in touch with you every day, and it gives them peace of mind. I don't mind using it at all. It's no problem. It just takes about 15 seconds and that's it. Oh yes, it's just dead easy. I mean, he phones me every morning, but I could do it the other way around. I could phone him.
The kids picking the phone up and doing what the fella says.
An automated voice doesn't faze me at all.
That's all right, yeah.
Well, at first I thought it was peculiar, you know, and you know you can't talk back to him, but you get so used to it, you know, and I expect him there every morning now. Well, it definitely keeps them in touch.
I think now, with having this get-together this weekend, I think you're all talking about it, and yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Definitely, because one time I was poorly, and instead of pressing 1, I pressed 6, and I wondered how long it would be before I would get in touch with anybody, you know. And within 10 seconds, my granddaughter phoned me to see if I was all right.
Over the last few minutes, you have heard the opinions of different people who are users of 3rings. They lived in Wales, Nottingham, Sheffield, in fact all over the country. But what you don't know is that they all belong to one family. My family. We didn't brief them what to say, so what you heard was their own views and opinions. Iris, my mum, and our CEO Gareth Reek's nan, Vera, were the inspiration for 3rings. As you heard, my mum loves 3rings. If she enjoys it, then many other mums and dads like her will too. For less than £10 a month, all my family are given peace of mind. If it works for my mum and for my family, it will work for thousands of others who have the same problems of distance and hectic lives. People who want to know their loved ones are okay, rather than hope that they are okay. By creating 3rings, which protects my mum and gets me and all my family involved, then we believe we have a service that can change the future of family care in the UK. It could be right for you, it could be right for your family. Why don't you try it? Thanks very much.